Did you know it's ADHD Awareness Month? I didn't know that until maybe 2 weeks ago, and we're almost done with October. Oops. I'm Lily, and I'm here to hear your comments, well, below, as well as to give you some tips and insight into what it's like to have ADHD when you're an adult. Both my husband and I have ADHD, different types. Now, I'm guessing you know that it means attention deficit slash hyperactivity disorder. Whoever came up with the word disorder, well, that's their opinion. It's a variance in neurological waves, brain waves, okay? It just means that the circulation of our blood flow in the brain is a little off from everybody else's. That the decision making part is not always getting the blood flow that it needs. So, this part, that's my unscientific way of telling you that. If you want something more scientific, you probably find it in this really cool book called Still Distracted After All These Years. And no, I am not being paid to talk about this book, but Kathleen Nadeau, or I think it's Professor Nadeau, did a great job of doing that. And well, actually, technically, she's Dr. Nadeau because she's also a clinical psychiatrist. She specializes in ADHD, and she's been around for decades. I mean, I remember I was diagnosed when I was 30, and I'm now 52. So, those who have just recently found out, power to you. It's going to be liberating. I have a few tips, few uh, things I just learned about from this book. Let's just get going with it. I was hoping to do it categorically like finance, health, but right now I'm just not feeling that organized because I just came from a business developing a retreat with about 12 people. Fantastic. And I was educating them about what it's like to have ADHD and the fact that October is ADHD Awareness Month. It was really cool. So, I wanted to mention that because of this book, I realize now that there are a lot of adults who are being misdiagnosed as having dementia instead of ADHD. I had no idea. Plus, I didn't realize what a huge lack of information there is out there for the psychiatrists. I did actually hear that recently from a group called ADHD Rewired, which was mentioned in this book. Hi to Eric Tivers, you do a great job with that. It's a wonderful group of people who have ADHD and those who love them. Well, apparently, not many psychiatrists were trained to assess and diagnose adult ADHD. So, what happens sometimes is that the parent goes with their child to the pediatrician and discusses the child's issues, and then in the meanwhile realizes, oh, this sounds kind of like me. Well, because it is heritable or inheritable. That's often how they figure it out. But so, chad.org is a great way to find resources as far as therapists. Now, you might take that diagnosis to a therapist who doesn't specialize in it and go forward with the treatment because it might be hard to do all of it, the assessment and the treatment, with someone who knows about ADHD. That makes sense? Hope so. Now, I did get on meds for it, and other than it making my life much better, the part that my husband and I have realized is that both he and I have, there's some long Latin name for it. It starts with tardive, and I can't remember the rest of it, but it means it's like an oral, not fixation, but tick. In my case, I keep making a sucking motion throughout the day. It's really annoying. And then it turns out your veins pop out in your chin when you do that. Not pretty. In his case, he basically not chomps his teeth, but goes like that whenever he's focusing. So it's not good for his jaw either. And so if you have that, you might want to discuss with your medical care provider maybe other options, like I'm going to do. I just wouldn't get off the meds cold turkey because that would be stupid and it does enough good. So I just maybe need another brand. It used to be great for weight loss as far as the first few weeks when it makes you feel barfy. I no longer have that advantage, but it'd be nice. At 52, I'm going, well, shedding about 10 pounds would be kind of cool. But I really do watch what I eat because I need a lot more protein when it comes to attention and sustained energy. And get out there and exercise because you really will need it if you have ADHD. I'm guessing anybody who needs it for good aerobic health, but it just Some of us are so fidgety, it helps if you walk around the block outside, get some fresh air. Now, the other thing I was going to say is one of my tricks for keeping my thoughts organized is to have one notebook. And no, I'm not flawless in this process because it seems like people gift each other notebooks all the time. Maybe I'm just realizing that, or just it's in my head. Either way, I have way too many notebooks right now. So I'm going to go through some of them and find old notes and see what I can purge or recycle. But in general, I will keep the next ones I get until I'm finished with one. Because I have notes scattered all over the place for business, for personal use, whatever it is. I take notes like crazy. I do a lot of networking because I'm a marketing agent for self published authors, for healthcare providers, and for restaurants that are trying to green up their act. And it just, oh, I write down people's names, I take notes on what people need for their businesses, and then next thing you know, I'm looking all over for those damn notebooks. All I need is one. So from now on, that's what I'm going to do. The other thing is, what do you do as far as peace of mind? What I do is meditate, what they call ascension. It's like beyond meditation. The good thing is, it's a mechanical practice. It's not like you stop your brain from thinking. That'd be abnormal. Your brain has to keep thinking. But it's what is thinking. And I'm working on getting more sleep because I didn't realize that it takes maybe 7.5 to 8 quality hours of sleep for your brain to detox. Your brain actually detoxes. I didn't realize that. I mean, literally, the chemicals, they start leaving your body. Maybe that's why you get up and pee at night. Uh, but yeah, if you don't get enough of the sleep, that process doesn't happen. In fact, you also detox through your eyes. I did not know that. Unbelievable. I heard that, I read that in a book called Stolen Focus. Really interesting. Now, what was the other thing? I was hoping to be faster about this. With money, I would say if you can help it, if you love shopping, invest in maybe Instacart or someone else to shop for you so that you stick to what you're supposed to be buying versus clicking all over the place. I mean, I suppose that would help. That would happen on the computer too. Figure out a way so that you can stick to your budget and buy healthier stuff. Maybe when you're not in the store, you don't see the sale items. I don't know. Just you can figure out a way. And also, if you are trying to do better at work, get a coach. I had a job coach. See if you can get one. If you feel like you're about to be fired, the ADA protects you when you have been diagnosed with ADHD. So contact your HR department and see what you can do about accommodations. I believe by law they have to, but ask your HR person about that. So, anyway, comment below what you do to make life easier and any suggestions or maybe questions, and I will be checking. And I'm so excited. And please subscribe because it'd be fantastic if by the end of October, think Halloween, scariness, I could reach 500 subscribers because that would mean I'm en route to making this also a way to support myself so I can focus more on content. Just subscribe, mention it to someone. Thank you. See you soon.